Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Akima and I am a weight loss coach who has lost over 80 pounds by using meal prep and movement as a tool so I never have to start over again. It's that time of the year where a lot of us are locking in and starting our fitness journey either for the first time or we're just continuing from where we left off. Honestly, doing that is a big step, but there are a few things that we need to talk about that you guys need to lock in before you start any type of fitness program. Today, I'll be sharing with you guys 5 daily habits that really changed my mindset and my routine and helped me on my journey to losing over 100 pounds. And you guys already know inside Akima's diary, these aren't like little fake feel-good tips. These are raw tips that actually helped me make a change, not only in weight loss, but in my overall lifestyle and routine. We're going to talk about budgeting food, weekly resets, workout tips, things that you need to do to master now so that your fitness journey starts off on the right foot. The first habit we're going to talk about involves our groceries. We need to budget groceries like we budget all our other bills. Grocery shopping is basically a fixed bill to me. Every month, I like to sit down and plan my groceries for the month and kind of map out an overall grocery budget. For example, for the month of September, my grocery budget is $400 strictly just on groceries. Whatever I spend at the grocery store has to stay under that number. My grocery shopping is also aligned with my paychecks, so I split my groceries in half and then I shop bi-weekly. This works because I'm treating my groceries as a non-negotiable. That means I'm no longer overspending on my groceries. Instead, I know exactly how much I can spend on that trip, just like how I do with my utilities and my rent. Habit number 2 is shopping in bulk. Like I said before, right after my paychecks, I like to go grocery shopping bi-weekly. This is literally part of my weekly routine, and I typically go grocery shopping at Costco. The very first week of the month, I love to grocery shop and stock up on all my staples. My staples include things like protein, so I typically stock up on eggs, Greek yogurt, a lot of my meat. This month I'm doing a lot of fish, so I got salmon, cod fillets, stocked up on some quinoa and some cilantro rice. And then if I need any, I stock up on my high protein snacks. Another reason why I love shopping at Costco. Really and truly, buying in bulk stretches every single dollar. It also saves a lot of time and money. I always have the basic proteins and carbs that I need on deck, so I never have to do a quick run to the grocery store. So let's say I go grocery shopping, I buy a 20-pound bag of rice. That 20-pound bag of rice is lasting me way more than a month, especially for a household of 2. Plus, if a sale pops up the end of the month, I can snag the deal if I need to. But literally, shopping for my core ingredients in bulk keeps me a lot more consistent, whereas shopping at little groceries here and there kept me in spending a lot of money. Now, with this little routine I have, that takes me to my next habit that you guys need to work on. You need to find the day that you reset. Some of y'all like to reset every single day. Find one dedicated day that you're going to consistently reset the same thing. For me, that day is Sunday. Sunday is my meal prep day. For some, it's the first day of the week. For me, it's the reset button for the week. I set aside 1 to 2 hours every single Sunday to do these 3 things. Clear up my fridge, meal prep for the new week, and plan my next week ahead of time. I like to start with cleaning because I personally cannot think if my house is dirty. If my house is dirty, my mind is dirty. So I like to clear out the fridge, clear out the kitchen, clean if I need to, get all of that out the way so I have a clear space, a clear mind. This is where I go over my produce and I kind of do a high-level kitchen audit. This is seeing what I have left over, if anything went bad. Kind of just note-taking if I need to make any changes in my next haul. Then I like to meal prep. I typically like to meal prep before 3 o'clock. If I meal prep too late, then I find myself getting exhausted. And typically, my meal prep takes under an hour. That's why I like to do bulk shopping, because when I bulk shop, I can make more flexible meals. Finally, after I do all of that, I like to sit down, usually with my partner, and I make a plan for the next week. I do a brain dump, write out all my intentions, what I want to achieve, my goals for the week ahead. Mondays are typically my admin days, so it's really setting aside 5 minutes to make this little brain dump helps me a lot on Mondays. It just starts the day and the week a little better. This routine that I have, 1 to 2 hours every Sunday, literally helps me stay consistent. During a busy week, having meals on deck, plus, this is really helping build the discipline that a lot of you guys say that you have. For me, Sundays do not feel wasted. It really feels like a day that I'm preparing so I can be successful the next 6 days. So moral of the story, when Monday hits, I have a game plan. No deciding what's for dinner, no figuring out what I'm gonna do this week. I literally already decided and prepped it ahead of time on Sunday. Habit 4 is train with splits that match your life. You need to design a workout split that you will actually stick to, not what someone else tells you to do. For me, my life gets busy real quick, so I like to plan my workouts around my schedule. Consistency definitely beats a perfect plan. My workout schedule is pretty flexible. I personally like to strength train Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I feel those are the core days that I give my all, especially during workouts. Typically on those days, if I'm doing strength training, I'm training my lower body because that is technically my focus at the moment. Now on the weekends, I may walk, but I try to walk at least 2 to 3 times a week for at least 15 to 20 minutes. But sometimes this all depends. For example, during the summer, I did not strength train at all. I focused on hitting 10,000 steps a day and I did daily cardio. Sometimes I don't have time to work out, but I want a quick body burn, so I would get my resistant bands and I'll do a quick full body workout. I keep it intentional. 20 to 30 minutes is all you really need, 3 to 4 times a week. That's called intentional movement. If you start to wing your workouts and not plan this ahead of time, you tend to skip them. I make sure every week I have a realistic plan. It's almost like a flexible type of structure. When you fit your workouts with your life, you'll actually stick to it. That's what helps build that momentum. So let's talk about your last important habit. Of course, the last habit has to do with nutrition, consistently tracking your protein. Not your calories, your protein. You don't have to count every single calorie, but you do need to hit your protein goals. Especially for the girls who say you want to build a booty, you need to eat more protein. Every day, I make sure I get enough protein. That's really the backbone of fat loss and energy. At least 20 to 30 grams minimum of protein in your meals. That could be in a protein shake. Chobani, there are 20 grams of protein per shake. That could be in some chicken, 4 to 6 ounces of chicken. Get them from Chick-fil-A, grilled chicken nuggets. That could be eggs. Eat a quick egg salad. 3 eggs, tablespoon of mustard, 2 to 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, Kinder salt, pepper seasoning blend. I just gave you 3 options. Look, protein keeps you full and builds lean muscle. When I hit my protein goal daily, I'm less likely to crave junk. This is a fact. Track your protein. I track mine loosely in my app that I use to train my one-on-one clients. You can just portion it out on your plate if you prefer, but you guys need to also start prioritizing high protein snacks, not just fruits. Not just pretzels. You need high protein snacks. Again, Chobani yogurt drinks. If you don't want to drink your yogurt, eat your yogurt, get the little yogurt cups. Get you some protein bars. I've been loving Built protein bars. Peanut butter and jelly, light flex, underrated in my opinion. Uncrustables, 10 out of 10. 9 to 10 grams of protein depending if you get strawberry or jelly. If I'm short on time, I rather grab my drink than a bag of chips that has no protein. By focusing on protein, I naturally cut down on empty carbs. My meals feel more satisfying. I also noticed that my body does get stronger and more toned, especially if you're strength training. Muscle loves protein. So those are the 5 habits that I live by. If you lock in on these, you'll start your fitness journey with a lot of momentum and not struggling. You guys, these little habits, budgeting your groceries, smart shopping, prepping on Sundays, having consistent workouts and protein first, these are literally the foundations that I teach in my one-on-one coaching program. And these are the exact same habits that we'll be building together in my 75 Days of Discipline Challenge. We start on September 8th, learning to implement these habits to help make it second nature. With daily workouts, a structured routine, meals, and mindset coaching, you'll end up with not only confidence, but you'll finally feel control of your fitness journey and you'll realize that you are doing this for you. Sign up now using the link in the description below. And hey, if this video helped you at all, go ahead, do not forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you turn on notifications for more real talk and meal prep tips. Leave a comment below if you have any questions about meal prep or habit building, and I'll see you guys in the challenge and in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.